YouTube, man. What it do, man? Go over there, hit me with the likes and the thumbs up, and let me know I'm kicking my stuff, man. And everything that come along with it for me to, like, rise to keep kicking some game and, just sharing shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? This right here is, a lot of motherfuckers ask me, you know, about different hoods, confutations, uh, different hood set trips and altercations that went on within the blood Damu community, homie. And anytime you talk about anything that got to do with bloods and homies, them is sensitive matters, homie. And hell of a sensitive ass content, homie. On this gangster shit, excuse me, homie. It's serious, sensitive content, homie. You know what I'm saying? On this shit right here, dog. And so them is always delicate matters to touch, homie. And first of all, niggas gotta understand with a lot of these set trips that occurred, homie. Like back in the days, these wasn't like whole hood set trips. Like we got 100 members, they got 75 members, and it's 100 members here, 75 members here, and we clashing like this, homie. A lot of them hood altercations and beefs, excuse me, altercations and beefs was individuals. You could rather say cliques inside of these hoods that took principle and value to a whole different height, homie, when it became to blood on blood set trips, homie. Kind of like my analysis on the shit. It's like once we got the, not say upper hand, but a lot of blood hoods became hell of a force to reckon with Crip hoods that we've been battling for so motherfucking long. Everybody kind of like set back from each other some. Crips kind of set back, blood set back. We knew we was enemies and shit, but the development was in process, homie, on that tip. It's just my theory on that tip, homie. So now you got the bloods. Then you at that time niggas was kind of in that mode of like, I'm not, you had certain homies coming home, certain dudes like, but I ain't finna just go kill a black or knock a black down on some bullshit. But when that shit was imposed, bloods beefing with bloods or popping at bloods was not imposed, homie. So therefore, you got niggas not really doing so much riding on enemies, you could so much say, because it's a lightweight development going down. So you don't got too many blacks and brothers from these different turfs in my generation now just going on that mission like that. At least it's just, niggas it's 911, but niggas is not really into that shit at going into a certain position in time. It's just my analysis on me. So now we go into Damu on Damu. Homies on homies. You know what I'm saying? That come into play now, because niggas ain't really riding on shit. Niggas ain't really doing nothing else. So now it's a gang of in-house functioning and beefs and shit. You know what I'm saying? And dude, like I say, dog, I'm not no, I don't run shit. I'm not no shot caller. So with some of these stories, dog, I only can speak of my personal experiences on shit, in the blood love experience on my shit, homie. Whether if it's on set trips against other hoods, beefs and shit like that, homie. But You know, like I say, set trips was just in one nigga's whole hood because you had homies that then went to prison with niggas. You got homies that they bond is different than just a street gang bond. These niggas got different ties outside of what they represent with each other. So therefore they standing on plateaus. Like even though our turfs get into it, this ain't got we up under a different cloth of or different umbrella of love than what these homies got this fucked up shit going on right here. So therefore, you don't when these set trips jumped off, like I say, homie, and specify, you don't have whole hoods like that because you have niggas that are living certain niggas hoods in different areas. And when blood started beefing back in the days, it was just a bad thing because we were so used to being around each other, hanging with each other, being inside turfs with one another. So therefore, we like knowing each niggas. You got niggas from these hoods that know each other hoods like the back of their motherfucking hands, which make this shit ultimately dangerous, homie. So, you know, and like I say, these is just I could just tell like my hood, homie, the neighborhood power rules for example, homie. We was never no big ass gang until these 2000s arrived, homie. And then the younger generation had wound up, you know, being openable and acceptable to a lot of motherfuckers. But neighborhood power rule, homie, was never known to be no super deep ass motherfucking hood, homie. Straight up. We wasn't like that, dog. We had a tight ass crew, a selective rider ass niggas that niggas meant something. Everybody had a character and style that meant something that would carry what we believed in our youth to a hell of a height and plateau and this shit, homie. You know what I'm saying? And anybody that know over there know them niggas wasn't that deep, but them niggas was solid as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So this right here, homie, is a brief summary story, homie, on set trips, homie. But the reason why I could proudly speak on some of the things I speak on, homie, because I turned them negative and could show a nigga a positive on this gangster shit and what this shit really mean, homie. Rather like I say, homie, with this gang shit, homie, you from this shit or you will be associated with this shit. But it still take this for yourself to survive out here. I don't give a fuck if you with 100 niggas. If you still ain't using this for yourself, nigga, then you ain't shit, homie. So this a particular time, homie. You know what I'm saying? Probably mid-90s and shit, homie. You know what I'm saying? Middle of the 90s or some shit, homie. And this is a fist fight, altercation, set trip thing that came to the hood. Inglewood neighborhood power rules, homie. You know, amongst the homeboys from Bloodstone Villain, which is the Eastside Blood hood, homie. And at this particular time, you know, niggas in hoods, motherfuckers had several streets that niggas would be on, homie. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no one street, homie. It'd be this street, that street, this. So shit, you know, that's how shit was funneling at that time, homie. And you know, at this particular time, I'm on one block. I'm on a 500 block. We had a building on a block that was like a New Jack City style type building. Homie had different floors in there and shit like that. Had a couple homies that stayed on different floors and shit. So at this particular time, homie, you got homies on another street. So therefore, different shit is going down on different streets. Homie, you know, we had a party in the street where niggas just go lounge and hang out. That way, if something happened, that shit won't draw attention to a street where niggas is trying to feed their families and shit like that at, homie. So, and cell phones. Niggas ain't really heavily on the motherfuckers because we moving around from block to block. Niggas on bikes, you can walk, you can get in the car. So, you might got niggas with cell phones, but they not openly cell phones for different type of communication and shit like that. So I remember on one block of the hood, I guess something goes down on me. A disagreement goes down amongst uh, a legendary NHP and a legendary big homie from BSV, homie. What actually happened take place, I'm not sure, dog. Like I say, I'm just kicking off of the shit I'm experienced on. I don't talk about shit I wasn't really like involved in like that, homie. You know what I'm saying? So a disagreement jumps off on one street in our turf, homie. A street called on Inglewood Ave, homie. You know. So bam, that happens, homie. So like I said, cell phone shit like that ain't popping. So I guess after just say at 7 o'clock a disagreement jump off. We don't really get no full knowledge that something even really occurred until about just say 8:30 or 9. It hit the block where I'm at, homie. And we find out a homie from neighborhood power and BSV has an altercation, homie. You know what I'm saying? So now we talking, homie. We niggas is congregating and talking. You know, like, damn, what happened, this, and that. You know what I'm saying? We got two different streets. And this, when it goes into cliques, you got different cliques and crews and niggas. So niggas is like, man, what happened? You know, well, that shit don't pertain us, or that shit pertain this, or nah, nigga, this, or, all this shit is coming up in the air, homie. You know what I'm saying? So, bam, to roll into the story some, homie, some more. Niggas kind of like just, hold their positions. We really don't know. But back then, hoods that had like dominant numbers or dominant, like swole, active, crazy homies that been doing this shit, it set trip, the pressure of a set trip and all kind of shit, how it go. It'll go on how your game is, homie. How long your game been out, you know what I'm saying? How rough is y'all figures, this is with the OG homies, like niggas that started this shit. This how they size each other up when I was young, just me looking in and shit. A hood might like, okay, just say for us, for example. Nigga might say, well, them niggas came out at this time. Or them niggas mix with these turf help formulate these niggas. Or these niggas only got about this many niggas that's like this. This how niggas the size of set trip up and how niggas will move and how niggas will put demands and stipulations on one another, homie. So normally in these set trips back in the days, homie, a motherfucker be like, pull up all these cards, homie, on the motherfucker, homie, and that, and sometimes niggas will give ultimatums and shit. Big homies will be talking behind the scenes with other big homies from different sets, homie. How can shit be resolved? Can shit be brought back to the table and shit like this, homie? And if shit can go down, that shit stopped it a lot. But if you acted like your hood can control your peoples or some shit jumped off, shit go to an extra level. So I'm like young at that time, dog. And so we got different cliques and crews. So you might be a part of a crew that's like, man, come, whoever you look up to in that crew might be like, man, come on, man, that shit ain't got nothing to do with us. Let's beat it and move on to our thing, you know what I mean? So I was a part of a circle of motherfuckers like, man, just everybody go back to hustling and doing their thing. Don't even worry about this shit, dog. We'll get it together or some shit. So I want to say it was like the next day of the disagreement set trip with the homies from BSV and the homies from NHP. This day two of it. So the day flowing, niggas flowing, this, shit, we lounging. Everybody antennas is kind of up that, shit, it was a disagreement. Homies might pull up anytime. Cause that's how it was. Niggas will bring the set trips directly to niggas' hoods. Niggas will come to your hood with all the members, 40, 50, 60 motherfuckers and whoever else tied in with these niggas that hang in their hood. Everybody's going to that one hood to set trip, dog. So this day 2, homie. And I remember we on a 500 block. You know, you got niggas on different blocks, homies at home, because everybody resided in turf back then, homie. That was the era that everything revolved inside of a nigga community, homie. No one, no Hollywood, no Beverly Hills, no Santa Monica, no places to resort to but the hood. So this day 2, you know, the day flow on and it move on to like nighttime, going into darkness, homie. You know, niggas out there on regular patrol, couple cannons floating around for protection, and niggas doing our thing, homie. And I remember being on a 500 block at that time. And you know, it's a few homies out there. We stand in front of the building like the New Jacks and shit. And we laugh. You know, niggas be on the block laughing, homies bagging on each other, doing this shit, people kicking it. So, doing the process of kicking it and all that shit, homie. Niggas like, you know, it was like we was talking about a zombie movie or some shit in the hood. You know, hood niggas talking about some zombie movie shit. What we'll do and shit. And as we talking like that, we seeing shadows of niggas coming from way from the end of our block, like niggas is in creep army mode, like niggas shift, like, you know, we see like nice amount of heads and shit, homie. So now remind you, this set trip didn't occur. So now we niggas is registering, logging in. These can be potential homies from BSV coming through here on the set trip. It's nighttime, homie. It's nighttime, homie. You know what I'm saying? And so niggas ain't trying to bust and pop, because we like, you know, we got different cliques and crews. So some niggas is like, you know, we ain't into that shit. We like trying to, you know, we more on, you know, what's cracking and shit. So to dig into the story, niggas don't react, homie. Niggas don't pop or nothing. We don't react, homie. And with that being done by niggas not just popping like that, kicking something off, we was able to let the homies get up on us and kind of like, you know, had a dominant upper hand, dog. So, you know, niggas, I think niggas get drew down on. Some niggas might have cut out to get up in the buildings to alert other homies and shit was going on. So we at like the top floor of the building, homie. You know what I'm saying? We had like the top floor of the building, homie. Now let me rewind it back some to keep it kind of cleaner. When we start seeing these niggas, homie, niggas kind of retrieve back, son. Niggas think that we kind of retrieve back, son, because niggas didn't get off. So some niggas retrieve back, homie, and got up in the building to get to our main floor, homie. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened. You know what I'm saying? So we really didn't know. So once we get upstairs, a lot of niggas, we don't know where these niggas is at, how far deep up in the building is at. Because like I said, we retreated back, homie. Got up in the building and shit. We see these niggas coming down the block and shit, homie. So now they in our building. We at the top floor. So you got homies that got spots on lower level buildings that had acted like they had seen these niggas coming deep, like coming up floors, asking where niggas is at. Because back then, the nigga come through your hood and be asking where niggas at. So niggas like, where them niggas go? This, and that. So you got homies that acting like they taking out trash that stay on lower level floors, that's taking out trash, running to the fire escape, running all the way up to where we at, alerting us that these niggas is on their way through. The homies is on their way through. So now we in a hood spot now inside these New Jack style apartments we got, homie. So we up there like, damn, homie, damn, blood. These niggas coming in blood. Like, what's happening? I'm in YG status and shit. So We, like I said, we at the top of the floor, so it's giving us time to talk before the homies get up there and really get the drop on where we at, homie. You know what I'm saying? We get like damn near 30, seem like 30, a good 30, half an hour to talk. They try to, we couldn't really gather up a plan. It was just that we just see what's popping, what the homies is talking about. You know, this all we can come up with. Like I said, we not trying to go confrontational because, like I said, it go on the status, on this and that of how far niggas are going on a set trip. You don't really want to, you know, at the East Side Blood hoods, it's like more kind of like, you know, got that dominant style about themselves than some West Side type bloods. You know what I'm saying? So we thinking in our youth age, we go heavy on the homies, nigga. These niggas, it's gonna go crazy, homie. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, we retrieve back, we in the spot. We kind of cut it up some, 30 minutes pop, and we get a knock at the door. It's homies at the door from Bloodstone Villain, homie. So niggas wind up like, you know, like fuck it after a gang of knocks, like open up the door, fuck, we ain't gonna be like no busters and shit. So we open up the door, and homies from Villain flood the spot with us and shit. You know what I'm saying? They flood the spot with us and shit. Like, blood, wooty wopty woo. Where such and such at? What nigga wooty wopty woo? Homies is pushing lines in that motherfucker. And we YGG status at that time, so we in that motherfucker chucked up. You know what I'm saying? Khakis on, t-shirts, slingshots. Niggas got jewels on and all that shit. Nigga, we in our hood spot, so we like, blood, what's happening? Like, blood, that shit ain't got nothing to do with us, homie. So you got homies pushing the line, homie. At this time, I ain't really, you know, I know Eastside Villain homies, but I'm not familiar with like a gang of homies and shit. You know what I'm saying? I remember the OG homeboy Tit, you know, and probably like Pow Wow or something, you know what I'm saying? OG Pow Wow or something, homie. So I remember they flood in, they talking shit and all this old shit, homie. And it's like me, my homeboy Sandman, my homeboy LSD, I think it's a couple G homies, but you know, and it's a few more homies. But the homies come in forcefully, homie. You know, might have drew down on some homies and put them niggas in the kitchen and came out in the living room area, who riding on us and shit. And I remember my homeboy saying, man, nigga, he was bent, you know, like, blood, fuck that, blood, this the hood, homie. So he was kind of like, you know, talking shit to one of the OG homies from Villain, homie, you know, and the homie side on my side, you know, and homies kind of spread out in the living room area. They words go fucked up. So a big homie from the Villains take off on the homie. So I'm like right there. So I'm like, fuck it, I get off back, homie. And right there, the mixtation go down, homie. You know, the homie served or something, you know what I'm saying? And the my other homeboy LSD them, they on the side, they wind up, you know, squabbling and getting hemmed up, homie. So to kick in to the story the get down, homie. You know, like I said, I was young at that time, homie. And you got cliques and crews and shit that only participate in certain shit. So, and I gotta be respectful that a lot of niggas from my hood that, you know, was on them scenes at them time is dead. Them dudes is no longer here no more, homie. So like I said, I gotta be respectful and speak on my experiences, homie. So that was the, you know, so I believe other homies start coming up there that knew other homies from our hood that was like, once they glued in and seen the faces that was getting rushed on that mini melee with the homies in the spot, wind up like, them some cool little niggas pulling niggas up off of niggas and shit, homie. So to dig into that story, homie, like niggas will say, well, what was the get back? The get back, homie, was that it was county jail squabbles. It was county jail stickings. Like all these niggas like me, and when you look at some of these OG homies from BSV and homies from NHP, I'ma tell y'all like this, nigga. In them county jails, we in them blood modules, nigga, we done threw apples at each other heads. We didn't speared each other, homie. You know what I'm saying? Niggas done stabbed each other. Niggas done caught each other numbers ups and downs in the county jails and fucked each other up, homie. We didn't like I said, stabbed each other possibly in them county jails, homie, and resolve the bullshit through squabbles, stickings, and disrespectful ways like that, homie. To have this blood love still today, and niggas can go around each other, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I'm from that crew that was with that physical resolving the shit that make it to where we can go to the villains and chop it up and give it up, and the homies we give it up to the homies in this love, and they do it like this, and the beef for this love, homie, because we didn't get it heavily involved with trying to blow each other away on hood discrepancies and altercations, homie. You know, niggas didn't drag the bullshit on now, homie. You know what I'm saying? So, I'ma keep it clean with it like that, homie. Homies did fall out. You know what I'm saying? I was a part of the generation with the stories I told you, with just the squabbling, the blasting at each other, and modules throwing apples at each other's heads and shit like that, to get it back to where it's blood love, homie. I was in that pot of resolving that issue through fights and shit like that to make it back blood love. For as anything else, dog, I can't get into that because I wasn't a part of that circle. And a lot of, like I said, nigga know the NHP history. All our niggas is dead, homie, damn near, homie. You gonna catch a few of us that's still OG orientated from back in the days. But that's that, dog. So, anything I kick gonna be authentic and G'd, homie, with love at the end, homie. Cause all this shit is sensitive. All this shit is delicate, homie. And and I'm from that pot. I love all homies and all bloods, and I want that same love back when I'm in the field and when I'm in traffic, homie. You know what I'm saying? Think I'm gonna hit highs and lows, homie. But I'm gonna make sure we all locked in on anything I say, on any topic I touch, cause it's real, dog, homie. BSV, NHP Love, OG Cleto, we love you, homie, and shit, nigga. This is blood love, nigga. You know, we gonna end it like that, 89 on up, with the homie. You know what I'm saying? Hit them likes, hit them subscribes, homie, so we can keep serving this G shit and not this Ye shit, homie.